Before we getting into basics of the COBOL, I need a favor from you guys. When you sign up to the IBM Z Xplore, I need you to go to your profile, then edit public profile, and under this ambassador referral, I need you to select my name as Muturlulu. It will mean a lot to me, and I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful to you for this. Hello everyone and welcome. This is the first video in my COBOL series, especially created for the IBM Z ambassadors community, and we are diving straight into mainframe development without wasting time on lengthy setups. I assume you already have your environment ready in Visual Studio Code with the Z Xplore. If you don't, you can just leave a comment or look at the IBM Z Xplore website to how to do this, how to achieve your how to create your environment. If you need also if you need any help, just leave a comment and we will talk about it. Today we are going to write our first COBOL program, compile it and run it using our JCL. I will use this JCL for the whole series. I will update whenever we need. So to do that, I will leave the link of the GitHub repository that I already created. That's my own repository with my own projects, own codes. So if you also there's a couple code blocks that I copied and pasted from Stack Overflow and IBM documentations. So you'll just look at it at the end of the video. So let's talk about COBOL. What's COBOL? COBOL was a programming language that developed in 1959, led by Grace Hopper, and it is known for having a syntax closest to English language. And even today, over 70% of the mainframe workloads, especially in banking, insurance, government systems, they run on COBOL, and learning it is a massive career opportunity. A COBOL program consists of four main divisions, and don't worry about memorizing everything right now, but you need to know the basics of the divisions. The first division is identification division that contains metadata of the program, like who wrote the program, what's the ID, what's the name of the program, uh, that infos. And data division, this is where we define. Actually, you need to create the environment division, but in the first couple videos we are not going to use the environment division, but let's also talk about the environment division that defines the computing environment, and like usually we keep this as a standard template. And the data division, this is where we define our all variables, constants, data structures, etc. And last, procedure division. In procedure division, this is the heart of the program, and this is where all the logic and operations are written. Now, let's write some code, right? I already wrote it for the test. So, to write something into my screen, I need to use display command, and I'm going to write my string. I can also use an variable as name, but we will talk about this later. So let's write hello world to the screen and stop running of the program. So the reason why I use stop run, it terminates the program, and if you forget it, you will get an error that's saying the flow of control went beyond the last line. So always include stop run or go back in the end. That's return for the other programming languages like C, C++, and Java. Okay. Also, we are going to use commas at every line to say, okay, we are done with this line, and you are going to next line. So let's save our file and submit our JCL, and let's wait for it to submit the job. And as you can see, there's a lot of return codes like CC0127 or CC40s. They all have a meaning, like this is successful. This means successful. For an example, we are going to see a lot of errors and bugs. We are going to see a lot of events. So just don't worry about it for now. So let's look at the CS out, and it's returned hello world text to me. So I said we can print our variables, right? How can I do that? I need to create a variable first. How we are going to do that? We need to create a working storage section. So working storage section is where we declare our variables under the division. So let's create a new variable. VS hello, let's say. The reason why I use VS because it's named after working storage, and we are going to use this in a working storage, so it's like more readable. It's for more readable code. 01 defines a group item. So and then picture x, let's say 20. Value and or value are going to be hello world. So the pick x20, this declares an alphanumeric variable of 20 characters. We are going to see about in later in the next videos. And the value hello world is this sets an initial value to our variable. So let's use the display again with our new variable. Display, what we are going to do is call our new variable instead of calling the syntax, typing syntax string. So let's run our JCL again, and let's wait it until it compiles. As you can see, we are going to get a hello world output in the last. So we are not going to talk about the JCLs in couple of videos, couple of more videos, because I need to explain how does a COBOL program works firstly, and then we will talk about the JCLs. Let's take a quick look at what we have done today. What's COBOL and why it's still relevant? We talked about it. The four main divisions of a COBOL program. We wrote a hello world program, and we compiled our program using JCL. So in the next video, we will dive into variables, data types, and conditional statements like if-else statements. And go ahead and try this on your own environment. And if you have any issues, drop your questions in the comment section or IBM Z Ambassadors group, or you can mail me, you can text me on LinkedIn. See you in the next video.